This is the first in a series of presentations on art and transfiguration. In most of the subsequent presentations, we will be analyzing specific works of art from a wide variety of styles, periods, and cultures, in order to learn about the transformation of materials and vision in works of art, and to connect this transformation to our own spiritual transformation. In the Gospels we read that Jesus was transfigured on the mountain. The Greek word used is metamorphothi, which gets translated in Latin into transfiguratus est, from which we get our English word transfiguration. Metamorphosis means change of form, through and beyond. The word metamorphosis occurs several times in the New Testament. St. Paul uses the word in addressing the Romans in chapter 12, verse 2 of his letter to those people. He says, "Be ye transfigured," that is, transformed, metamorphouste, by the making new again of your minds. In 2 Corinthians 3:18, the apostle writes, "But we all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, are transfigured," transformed, metamorphumethā, into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. So you see, transformation, metamorphosis, getting transfigured, is the work of a Christian. Transformation is also the work of artists. This transformation occurs on three levels. First of all, it is the transformation of materials, of matter. And remember that the word matter relates to the word mater, as in Mother Earth. The earth receives the seed. Matter receives the form, the determining principle, or logos, or word, or meaning. On the next level, transformation is of the perceiving mind. First of all, the artist's mind, then the viewer's. The mind also accepts the forms, or logi, of things. As a seed, the mind is fertilized by the seeds, by the meanings. And finally, the transformation on these two levels points to a transfiguration of the earth itself, including this clay of our Adamic or human nature. We are dealing with transformation, metamorphosis, transfiguration, that is, with change of form. But what is form? Briefly, form is the inner nature determining the quiddity or whatness and the shape of a thing. Aristotle observed that a sculptor may take some matter, say a lump of clay, and give it a certain form, of Socrates, for example. So then you have a statue of Socrates. Then the sculptor may mash up the clay, taking away the form of Socrates, and give the clay the form of Alexander. So now you have a statue of Alexander. Aristotle realized that as it is in art, so must it be in nature. Every material thing has to be constituted of two principles, form and matter. No material thing exists without form. Form determines the essence or nature of a thing, and at the same time, it is through its form that a thing receives existence, as Boethius observed. Because existence is always that of some actually existing thing, and a thing is what it is by virtue of its form. So form is what causes a thing to be what it is, and to be beautiful, which is to say, full of form. For beauty is the splendor of being. The Latin word formosus means both full of form and beautiful. Form is the reason or ratio, the logos in a reality, which makes that reality intelligible. The forms or logi in things are not static natures, but rather dynamic expressions of divine energies. Thus, Isaac the Syrian could speak of the flame of things. Existence, you see, is an act. The word exist is a verb. Being is an act. You can best think of the word being as hyphenated. Be-ing. It's something going on, something happening. To exist is to stand outside of nothingness.